Jewel, but you can call me Tangy. And I am here today because we are going to be talking to Satan Bunny Day, who has a Twitch streaming channel that just recently reached 300 followers, which is so cool. So in order to celebrate her 300 follower mark, she has decided to make a video in which she wants to answer some questions from her followers that they put up on their Discord, and I'm here to ask those questions of her. So I'm going to be doing the interview. So welcome, Satan Bunny Day. Can I call you Bunny?
Yes, please call me Bunny. That would be great. I love that.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. You can call me Tangy.
Hi, Tangy. I'm so happy to be here. This is cool.
And I think we should just jump right in. So the first question that I wanted to ask you is, when did you start thinking of streaming? This is a question from I Love Minecraft. And again, he wanted to know, when did you start thinking about streaming?
So, I first started thinking about streaming about a month before I started streaming. I really didn't even know what Twitch was prior to that month, right before I started streaming. So, it was a very quick process, the thinking and then doing some research, and then I started. So, I really didn't think about it that long. My husband put me onto the idea of Twitch, and then I had an idea of something that I wanted to do, and I did some research, and so then I just put the plan in action.
Okay, now my second question comes from Hunt, who it kind of expounds on that same question. When and how did you decide you wanted to start streaming?
So, I've been streaming for about a year and a half. I started in August 13th was the very first day that I streamed, 2016. I became a gamer because of my kids, right? And it was only about 2 years before I started streaming. So starting in about 2015, or maybe more like 4 years. They got us onto Minecraft, and then we started playing Minecraft quite a bit. Then somebody put me onto World of Warcraft, and I became completely addicted to World of Warcraft. I was playing constantly for at least 2 years straight. And when I was talking to my husband one day, and I said, it would be really cool if I could justify all this gameplay, like that I was doing something, like maybe I was kind of talking about making YouTube videos, but it was really close to when the ad apocalypse started happening, and there was a lot of people making comments about making YouTube videos isn't really paying anymore, or it's not going to. I don't know. There was a lot of controversy at the time, and I was telling my husband, I was like, I was thinking about, I'd like to do something, but I was just not sure what to do, And he said, you need to check out Twitch. And I was like, what is Twitch? And he said, oh, it's a great place. It's this place where it's on the net, where people broadcast themselves playing video games, and other people watch them and talk to them. I was like, what? What kind of thing is that? And so he was like, oh yeah, you should do that. And some people even make a living doing it. I was like, oh, that's interesting stuff, right? So I went and checked out Twitch. And I thought, this is fascinating, right? And then I thought, well, maybe I could do that, but there's so many people already here, which completely baffled me, by the way. Like, there was this entire community of gamers I knew nothing about. Like, that was, I was like blown away, right? And because it's a new concept too, like playing video games and having people talk to you while you play, like being directly connected to the fans or the people that love watching you play. That is really cool, right? So So I decided, okay, if I'm going to do this, I can't just be like every other person on here because they already here, right? I want to be different. I don't know if you could tell that I like to be different. But anyways, so I started doing some research, and I came across, I was subscribed to this blog called Geek Dad. There was two of them. There's Geek Dad and Geek Mom. I'm still subscribed. But and it's like a consortium. There's many dads, many moms who make the articles for these blogs. And this one particular Geek Dad wrote this article about Twitch because I was like Googling and looking for things. And he was talking about how at the time it didn't seem like there were a lot of places that kids could go on Twitch. And he had kids and he was like, I don't know, I'd like to share this experience with my kids, but I'm not sure that, there's any place to go that's safe for kids on Twitch. And he was like, he was musing about maybe I should start a channel, or and then he was asking, does anybody know of good channels on Twitch that are safe for kids? And that was it for me. The light bulb went on. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do because I have kids and I would want to share this experience with them. There's no way I wouldn't want to do that. But I can't do that if I'm like all the other channels where I play mature games, I allow swearing in my chat, that kind of thing. So I thought, no, this is it. I'm going to make a channel that is safe for kids and a great place to hang out. And that's what I've tried to build here, because I think that it's great to see that gaming doesn't have to be about putting other people down or being dominant. Gaming can just be about having fun and sharing that passion for games and the fun with people that you like. So that's what my channel is, and I hope it grows and continues to be a place where kids can hang out. We don't play mature games. Even the teen games that I play, I vet them. I check and make sure that they're like more cartoony, more fantasy based, if there's any killing in it, and like things like that, to make sure that it's not too like that it's still safe for kids, right? And there's no swearing in my chat. We're all respectful to each other, and people just aren't allowed to get away with not being that. And because I think that it's important for kids to see that there are places, it's possible to have places on the net where trolls can't get in. And it's possible to be somewhere and not be trolly to other people, right? You can have fun without that kind of, edge on the net. And plus, it's just a safe place. Like, kids can come hang out and they feel welcomed. They feel like they're having, I hope they do anyways, they feel like they're having a good time. So that's what Satan Bunny Day is all about. Like, it's a place to be, a great idea. It's a place to be safe and have a lot of fun.
Okay, and Hot is a mod also, so that's really cool. I bet he works really hard. The next question that I want to ask is, what was the first video game you played?
The first video game that I ever played, I remember, okay, so this is a very distinct memory for me as a kid. I have two older brothers. I have a younger brother also, but he wasn't born yet at the time that this happened. I have two older brothers. They came to me and they said, look, we want to have an Atari, but mom and dad aren't going to want to buy it because it's expensive. So here's what we're going to do. And they had this plan. We had a plan where we had a campaign. We were going to ask them for the Atari every chance we got, every single day. Like, we made sure not a day went by that we did not bring up the Atari. And we used all the children wiles, like, please, everybody else has them and they're so cool and we could play together. It could be like a family thing. I mean, we really poured it on, right? And we did this for days and days and days. I don't remember how long. I mean, in my kid brain, it was like 2 months, but I'm betting it wasn't that long. That's just the kid brain thing, blowing things out of proportion. But I know we did it for over a week. And we were bugging and bugging and bugging them. And they finally gave in and they went and bought an Atari. So, and we played the games that came with the Atari at first. I think there was like 5, or I can't remember for sure. But the one game that I remember distinctly playing was Asteroids. And it's the silliest game ever. You have this little ship that's shaped like a triangle, and you just would spin it with the joystick. You just make sure you spin it and you spam the shoot button, and you would, because all these asteroids, you're in the middle of the screen, all these asteroids would come at you like this. So you're shooting all of them away so that they don't hit you. And you just kept doing that until one of them finally hit you and killed your spaceship. That's it. That's the first game I remember playing. Asteroids. Woohoo!
That sounds like fun. That was also from Haunt, by the way. That was a Haunt question. The next question I have comes from Preston, who is also a mod, I'm told. And he asked, what was the first machine or console that you ever owned?
The first console, okay, so I mentioned the console before, which was the console that my parents bought for us when I was a kid. But the first console that I ever bought myself was in a Super Nintendo system. I didn't actually buy it for myself. I bought it for my son. I was a single mom at the time. So, and I wanted to get it for him for Christmas, but it was expensive for me. I had a very limited budget. So I saved and saved and saved and saved and saved. And then I did this thing called layaway, where I would make little tiny payments every chance I got. So I paid like a down payment with the money I had saved, and then I made these little tiny payments until I could buy it. And I bought it, and I gave it to him for Christmas. But that was a Super Nintendo system, and I remember very much that he would play Star Fox a lot. He really liked that game. And the funny thing is that when I didn't play, as a kid, we had consoles, and after a while, I had decided, I was like, I'm not ever going to play video games again, because I would get so mad when I wouldn't win, and I hated that about myself. So I was like, I'm not playing anymore. So as an adult, I was like, no, I'm not really interested in playing, but I'll watch. And I would watch him play, and I really enjoyed that, but I would never play. He was always trying to get me to play. I'm like, no, I don't think so. So yeah, it took me a while to leave that decision to never play. and then look what happened. I became a complete gamer.
Okay, the next question, I got a little lost. The next question comes from Sandboy Deck, also a mod, and a very early follower. He asked, what is your favorite chocolate, like a chocolate bar or a candy pack or something like that? So, like, do you have favorite candy?
Okay, so I think this is probably the hardest question to answer, because I love so many things. I love chocolate, I love sweets, candy, pastries. It's terrible. I mean, I'm a foodie in general, but I have a sweet tooth, a crazy sweet tooth. So I think I can narrow it down for you, though. I think I can narrow it down to like my favorite candy bar and my favorite candy. So my favorite candy bar is called Bounty. In the States, I think they call it Mounds. And it's basically just chocolate covered coconut nougat, because I'm a big coconut fan. So this is a really good candy bar to me, this chocolate covered coconut nougat candy bar. So good. I remember as a kid, there was this candy that we would get that was like 3 different colors. It was like striped. It was pink, white, and brown or something like that. And I'm pretty sure those were the colors. Anyways, and it was coconut-based flavor. And I absolutely loved those. They were made by Brock's. If I could find those again, I would probably be in heaven. As long as they taste like the way I remember them. That's another one of those kid memory things. Maybe I blew it out of proportion. But I remember loving those things a lot. So that coconut stuff is definitely a big draw for me. So that would be my favorite candy bar, would be the chocolate covered coconut nougat candy bar. Bounty. Favorite candy? Favorite candy is Skittles. But very specifically, the Skittles that came in the orange bag. I can't remember. I think they were called mystery Skittles or something like that, because they would be one color on the outside but a different flavor on the inside, and it didn't change. Like you had like yellow Skittles and the inside would taste like, lime. But so it didn't change. They were all the yellow ones had the lime on the inside, but they were not supposed to match what they were. So like the pink ones on the outside would be lemonade on the inside, like different than, because you normally would think it was strawberry or something. But a lot of the flavors were very tropical based, and I really really loved those. Now they have a tropical Skittles variety, but those aren't near as good as the ones that came in the mystery bag. So and they don't make them anymore, of course. So those I really loved. I guess those would be my favorite candy bar and candy.
We have a second question from Sandboy, and this question is, will you ever come to England if you want to? But I'd like to expand on that question too, and just ask, like, do you like to travel? Would you like to go see lots of places, or are there specific places you want to see?
I love traveling. I've always loved traveling. I don't get to do it much anymore because it's very costly at this point. But one of my goals is to get to TwitchCon. TwitchCon is in California, and I won't make it this year, but I'm really, really hoping that next year I will be able to go, because I would really like to go be a part of that community more, maybe meet some people that, come to my stream, meet some people that I go to their streams, that kind of thing. So I'd really, really like to go to TwitchCon. I would absolutely love to visit England. I would love to visit England, Scotland, Ireland, Europe, like Italy, Greece, places like where you guys come from, like Bosnia and Herzegovina, Estonia, all those places. I would love to go visit and see what your culture's like, what your weather's like, like the landscape, the buildings. I don't know. I love that stuff. I really love travel and seeing new things and meeting new people and things like that. So I would absolutely love to go to England and many other places. Yeah. I really hope that as things progress, I'm able to support myself streaming so that I can be a full-time streamer, and then beyond that I will have enough to be able to travel and take the kids with me, and my husband too, of course, and that we could afford it, that we could go and see these places and share those experiences together.
I would like to travel like that too. I think it would be really awesome. So the last question comes from Preston again, who asks, what do you use to stream, and what settings do you use for streaming? So basically, like, what's your rig and setup like? Every streamer seems to have their own preferences and stuff that they use. So what's all, like, how do you have yourself all arranged and set up for streaming?
If you want to know what my rig is and stuff, let me show you. I promised to show my studio anyway, so let me show you my studio, and then I can talk to you about my setup as you see things. So here you'll see my this is my Geek Collection. Over here, basically what you'll see is that I have a cat tent that the cat's, he goes in phases. So he was sleeping in it quite regularly for a while, and now he doesn't really sleep in it. He likes to sleep in his basket. We built him like a cat tower with a basket on the top, and he sleeps in that. Also, you'll see my my cork board that it's got fabric on it. I did that. And I don't have a lot on there right now. There's a few like little things for inspiration and stuff. But the main thing you'll see there is the bunny, the original bunny. That's the original bunny that I drew. I drew that and I gave it to my husband. And so he digitized that and then took the digital image of it and enhanced it and changed, like he modified it to make the logo that we have now. So that's the original bunny right there. I got this little Nyan cat for Christmas from my daughter, so it's so cute. And the Buddha board was a birthday gift from my brother last year, which is really cool. It's like painting, but it's just water and it disappears after a bit. So you can do, because I really love it's called Sumi ink painting. I really love doing that, but I don't have time to get all the supplies out all the time. But the Buddha board is nice and fast. They get it out, and I just use water, and it looks like a Sumi. Of course, it goes away, but you can take a picture of it, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, glasses, important stuff like that. And my power bar there that sticks out. Usually I hide that kind of stuff, but that's there because I need to be able to recharge and or power my things as I'm streaming, because if my things run out of power, then I end up in trouble, because I have a very specific thing that I use my phone and my tablet for while I'm streaming. You'll see back there that there's my my controllers. I have a PS4 controller here because I play remote PS4 from my computer for the stream at times, and then behind that is, you can't see it or it's very difficult to see, there's a Steam controller that I bought. I've had a lot of difficulty with that. I've never really gotten that to work properly. I wish that I had. But maybe in the future I will be able to get that. And then of course there's a pile of paperwork because it's tax season. I haven't finished my taxes yet, guys. Soon. So this is my setup here, the basic setup. I'm panning across. And you can see my stream deck, my phone, my screens, that kind of thing. I'll do a stopped image soon and you can see. Oh, up here, this is my storage. So I have an extra State and Bunny Day figurine. I have art supplies, things like that I keep, books and stuff like that. So it's pretty basic stuff. So that's pretty much the rig. And now we can talk about what kind of things I have and why. So there's my mic. That's an AT 2020 Audio Technica. And then the boom I bought on Amazon with the pop filter. So that's a really nice setup. I really love that mic. My keyboard is my Razer keyboard, and I have a Razer mouse. Is it a Razer mouse? No, it's a Logitech mouse. It's a G503, I think. So that's the Stream Deck, and then I have my two screens, which are both Samsung. I really love Samsung screens. They work really well for me. And yeah, so let me talk about how I'm set up. I use my phone, and on my phone, basically what I use my phone for is I have an app, and it's just a button that I press, and it makes a timestamp in a Google Drive spreadsheet. And every time, so every line is a different timestamp, and anytime anything happens in stream that I think is funny or silly or a really great moment, like we won or something like that, I hit the button and I get a timestamp. That way, when I go back to edit my video, it's so much easier to find the parts that are for editing and highlighting. And then the tablet on the side, I pull up my Twitch app and then just open my chat, because it's all chat in one screen. So it's one big screen of chat. It's nice and big so I can read it. My old eyes can see all the words. So I keep the chat open there. And then on the screen, the second screen, I have Twitch open in case I need to just go in there and do something quick, like change the title or whatever. But I have Streamlabs open, and that's what I actually look at for the stream, and because Streamlabs gives me all my notifications, so anytime someone follows, raids, hosts, all that, there's a little line item that will pop up, and then I can say, oh, so and so just followed and stuff. And then I usually have loots open on my tablet so that I can like flip screens from the chat real quick if I need to check and see if any new loots came in. So that's kind of how that works. I mean, basically I have I have my Black Widow keyboard. My husband bought me that as a gift, and I used the Audio Technica. My camera is a Logitech C910 or 920, I think, and so it's a really nice camera. It works very, very well. This Stream Deck. This is a new thing that I got for Christmas with some Christmas money that was given to me. And So how I used to have it set up differently. I used to have it set up by app so that you could go into Twitter, you could go into this, you could do that. I don't do that anymore because it's really more about while I'm streaming. So I have two different setups in here. I have one for Extra Bunny Day and one for Satan Bunny Day. Okay, so for Satan Bunny Day, the very first screen I have, you will see a Twitter, but I don't, that's an emergency Twitter. If the only messages I have on here are like stream has been canceled, technical difficulties, that kind of thing. There's my XSplit broadcasting button. I go in there, and XSplit is the broadcasting software that I use. I paid for it, but it's been worth it. In XSplit, I have several scenes. I have a starting scene. That's the one you see right before I go live or right as I go live. I put that up there just in case something's going wrong. Then I can double check everything and you don't see me, panicked and like, what's going on? You just see a starting screen. So that's why there's that. I have a League scene because League of Legends is different. It doesn't react with the broadcasting software the same way games do. So the game normally is just auto-detected, whatever game I'm playing. But League of Legends doesn't auto-detect and their splash screen doesn't detect. So you have to set up a whole separate scene for that so that it makes sure that it works. Then I also have inside of my XSplit menu two other buttons. One is streaming and one is local, and those are the actual streaming buttons. So I hit local first and I record locally so that I can make the highlight videos, and then I hit streaming next and it connects to Satan Bunny Day and starts the stream. Then I go back into my main menu and I have some scenes there, and the scenes there are Be Right Back, Game, Close-Up. So close-up is what we're doing right now, where I can switch to you just seeing my face so that I can talk just directly to you. There's no game distracting what we're doing. And then Be Right Back is just a Be Right Back splash screen in case I have to take a bathroom break or something like that. And then Game is the main one. That's the one that we use almost all the time. It has the scene for the game with everything set up with the face cam, with the frame for the face cam and all the overlays and stuff like that. So in this same menu, I also have a mute and a deafen button for Discord so that I can play in Discord, but I can quickly toggle myself to be mute or deaf and mute. I also have a clip it button because they now added this to Elgato. Now works with Twitch for that. Like it was working with Twitch before anyways, but with the clip it, I can make clips of my own channel just by pressing the button, which I think is really cool. So there's that. And then I have a button that has my viewer count. So either I don't have to press the button, it's just there for information. I can look and I can see how many people are in stream. So that's really cool. And then I have a button that says chat. And when I go into chat, I have preset messages. I have the hello minions. I have the Discord, exclamation point Discord, so people can see what the Discord channel is. I have the fake donations message. I have a social message that tells all my, like Twitter, YouTube, Instagram links. And then I have a nope and a yeah. So it's like no, and oh yeah. Like just little things like that. So yeah, I'm going to have that set up like that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I think that Elgato has a lot more possibility for me. I just have not had time to explore more things. I would really love to set up some like little memes that pop up on the screen, either static or GIFs, while I'm streaming at the touch of a button. That would be fun. So that's a future project. I haven't gotten to that yet, but I would really like to get to that. So that's my Elgato. That's pretty much my main setup. When I edit my videos, I use a program called DaVinci Resolve, and I really like that one because it's really easy to see each, like you can have various timelines and various audio tracks, and you can overlay them and cut them into each other really easily. The software had a low learning curve for me. I really like it, so I use Resolve for that. I also have Audacity because Resolve only uses certain types of audio files. So sometimes if I want to add just an audio file, like, something crazy from the net or a song or whatever, I have to use Audacity to convert it to the right type of file format for Resolve to add it into my video. So I have Audacity for that. Audacity is also really good for just recording audio if I want to do just plain audio. And I just wanted to say that I love all of you guys. I'm so happy that you guys show up and that you're there for me and talk to me, and I love sharing my love of gaming with you guys. And this has been, I think, the best year and a half of my life. I'm doing something that I absolutely, absolutely love with people that are awesome, and it's fun. Like, I'm just having so much fun. So thank you all so much for following me and showing up at the streams and playing with me, and also for all you mods out there who work so hard. Like, people don't see that not only are you modding in my stream, but you're modding in my Discord, and you do more than that. You think about my community and my stream a lot, and I notice it, like where you come up with really great suggestions and you talk to me about changes that could help you guys work better, or the stream and the Discord work better. And I just really want to thank you for all that work you do, because that's amazing to me, and it really is helpful. And the suggestion channel on the Discord, I would encourage people to continue using that. I'm really loving the suggestions. Thank you to everyone who contributes on every level to the channel and the Discord, and just supporting me and encouraging me. And like, I love when you guys encourage me about my YouTube editing, because it was pretty sketchy at first, but I'm learning. And so like everything, we learn, we get better, we continue. So that's where we're headed. We're just going to keep on going. Now we're just going to reach out for 500 followers. And when we reach 500 followers, we'll do something else that's pretty special. So I hope you liked this video. I really enjoyed it. And thank you so much for everything, you guys. You just rock. You rock.
Thank you so much, Satan Bunny Day, for coming and talking to me today and answering the questions from your followers. I think it's really cool that you're so involved in your community. And hopefully, when you reach 500 followers, I'll be able to come back and talk to you some more. I